Standing across all horizons to address the infirmities among vulnerable people in Uganda, FABS, a youth-led organization, is currently addressing the poverty and nutritional problems facing communities affected with nodding syndrome in Odeg Sub-County, Omoro District.
Through a partnership with Clan, which is caring and living as neighbors, we developed a model, a 5-pillar model to engage communities, and our community of interest was nodding syndrome community. The model relies on 5 pillars: one which is access to medicines, 2 is education, research and advocacy, 3 optimal management, then 4 is empowering the nodding syndrome communities, and 5 is building financial sustainability for the nodding syndrome community.
For effective implementation of their programs, FABS pays a visit to Odeg Sub-County with a team of volunteers.
Well, personally, I'm grateful for the past 2 days and for having participated in this.
We found a receptive community. They've received us well. We've been able to achieve some of our objectives, like formation of the groups, introducing the community to the operational recreation team.
The people are welcoming, the hospitality and the way they received the suggestions was really nice, because we came with the mind that we needed to explain more about the project, but they were ready to welcome anything. So it didn't take really much time in convincing them.
I'm really glad to be in Omoro district. I'm impressed so far with the work we've done.
I've come to learn that indeed we have people who are suffering from nodding syndrome, families that have been affected by nodding syndrome. Because I've just been hearing much that there's nodding syndrome in northern Uganda, but the reality I didn't have.
I realized that there are a lot of challenges that we don't see when we are not with the community, especially with this nodding syndrome affected families. There have been a lot of challenges, there have been gaps, there have been problems they have been facing, but nothing was known much about it because of little awareness about what they are going through.
Share seeds were chosen as something of value. Given the numbers of food value found in share seeds, FABS believe that by encouraging community affected with nodding syndrome to grow shares, they will be addressing the malnutrition problems as well as empowering the community economically.
Profit million
James Otim, the regional coordinator, Sedge Global Uganda, says it's easier to grow shears as it grows naturally and does not take a long time in the gardens.
Here, it doesn't need a fertilizer, glyphosate, herbicide, natural grounds. You just weed one. Within 82 days, farmers can access something good. And we normally provide loan to them so that they weed and they do post-harvest handling.
Otim added that shears contain enough food value that helps in treating and controlling series of diseases.
Yeah, sure, of community with a lot of things. We have here which prevent and control some of the diseases like diabetes, like pressure, like ulcer, like hypertension, like stroke, like nodding, and epilepsy, and so many, even wound.
community embraces the programs, saying it will empower them economically as well as relieving them from the burden of malnutrition currently affecting their children.
These seeds which they have brought to us will help us in many ways. We will sell it. After selling, we'll get money. That money will help us buying food for our children who are suffering from Nodding syndrome. Help them buying clothes, sleeping items, and plus school fees.
This program, this seed they brought to us, maybe they uplift us just a way if we plan this seed properly. They will help us with this money.
Having spent 2 days with this community, FAB's volunteers spelled out their findings which call for immediate action.
The biggest problem is funds and ideas on what to do, because people are willing to work.
We need to make noise, and noise about a problem. In this case, it is Nodding syndrome, and we make it to the right audience. And that is something that I keep thinking about wherever I am.
Some have said their challenges, how they struggle with the families, and the best part of it is that they use the challenges they faced to come up with solutions to help one another. They try to form groups, saving schemes, and they try to help one another in challenging times, which I see it is a good step, and I'm so grateful that they already in those groups they are planting crops, they have saving skills, and they are already welcoming any help that we can offer, including bringing back the centers for rehabilitation of those children.
As for FABs, it is promising to support these communities until they are able to stand on their own.
Yeah, we intend to run this project for as long as we see that every Nodding syndrome affected family is at least in a certain group, or at least has attained a better financial stability as a family. So it's something that we are not about to end any sooner.
There comes a time when we hit a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by